should have just got out my arrows first thing in the morning, you know? What I should have done. Anyway, back to the wall. It lagged out for a hot second there, and I'm now deeply concerned that I have like a bear or some shit spawned near me. The other thing too is when doing these wall things, sometimes it's better to just do it from the outside because you can get the corner blocks. Come on, you can do it. The grass is not that. Oh my god, hold on. Out of the way, grass. Bloody grass. I'm not quite sure. Mate. Fucking. When they changed them back to the green skin, it made him so fucking camouflage for me. Why is this not loaded? It is now. Alright, well my guns are loaded, which they should have been, but that would have been a nasty fucking surprise. I also, like, don't greatly like what's going on with that. But, I'll have to fix that up from inside, I think. Or I'll have a look at how inside it's going and how close I mind it to the walls, and then maybe I expand it on the outside. See how we go. Because this is also right next to the wastelands too, so... Oh my god. I don't know what they did with the grass tuft stuff, but they've made it really hard to fucking work on a wall behind it. Oh shit, there is a bear. I didn't think I was looking at what I was looking at when I looked at it, okay? I kind of just thought that, like, maybe, and then it turns out that yes, it was a yes. Okay, I didn't need that in my life, but alright. There are a few zombies towards my back at the moment, so I just want to get this side done as quickly as possible. But yeah, when I said that it lagged out and I assumed that there was a bear spawned in, apparently it was correct. At least it was only a little one. Oh, come on. Is she running? Nah, Bernie Dude's not running. He just looks like he's moving faster. Been an eye on you, Bernie Dude. Never can trust these Bernie guys. So fucking appear out of nowhere and they'll make like the most fuck's sake gargling ass noise, and then they'll just kill you dead. Whoops. Put that one back. Please, I need that back there. Alright. Yes, I know there's grass. I can hear footsteps, but I can't tell where it's coming from. I don't have my headset up particularly loud tonight. I'm not really sure why I chose to do that, but because I showered right before stream, my hair's still wet, and I don't greatly enjoy the sensation of having my headset on wet hair. I couldn't really do much about that. And, I don't know, it just felt right to have lower volume. To be fair, this part right now is just a bit loud as shit. I did get a level, by the way. And we just got a heap of lag then. So what was that? Okay, for anybody that wonders why I kind of like momentarily freak out when I get lag in 7 Days to Die, it seems to be pretty, like, consistent for me that whenever there's a lot of lag, or like a deep patch of lag, I tend to get, like, zombies, right? I normally get like a horde at that point in time. So I just usually kind of like freak out a little bit for like more. See that? Alright, so I did make it pretty close to this. My only thing was that this was not super, super high. This is fine if this is this height at the moment. I don't have enough blocks to fix up what I want to do, so I don't know if I've got enough wood for this. I got enough wood back home. There's trees here too, so I can always do that, but maybe we go with solid blocks of wood. Hit me up with like about a Maybe I'll put like 200 of those. G99 is fine. Alright, so I won't have to upgrade those, but I don't have a shit ton of extra wood. So I'll just take a moment to cut down a couple of extra trees, which will give me a bit of extra wood to upgrade the ones that I've got. And then once I've happily got like a good run around this place, because at least like one thick is good enough, but 2 thick would be better. But I'm doing a strip down mine from inside here, so I'm just gonna be like running along the inside like laps. So I'm not pinhole digging this time. So yeah, I kind of want to make sure that I've got a clean run for that. Plus, it doesn't matter now if the outer wall, the existing wall, is as high as it is, so I'll hopefully make this one a bit taller. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of like bits like this, any stone or those like little wood bits prevent me from building. Because I want to do this pretty quickly. This side is really low, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. But yeah, alright. Whoops, that ain't where I want it. Give me that back. This side I'm gonna have to take up at least probably 1 or 2 higher than where the actual wall is, because it is real low. Oops, I didn't put one there by accident. I feel like I should have like dug it down or something, you know? I'm gonna use the smaller boxes just on like one side. If I need more wood, I'll get more wood. I actually don't mind building these structures because once they're built, if I don't fuck up like I did with the oil shell place, they're pretty good, right? I can normally stay in the mine for a while if I do this right. And I kind of did the oil shell one okay, but then I went too hard mining it, unfortunately, which does happen. I'm very guilty of over mining. I need to be up on top of this. Or not. There we go. Alright, as long as I can reach shit, that's fine. Because once I get like the solid boxes, I won't have to upgrade them at all. So, there we go. That's a nice solid ass wall there. I don't mind doing this as like the preliminary kind of like round base bit, realistically. What the hell's going on here? Nope. Okay. That ain't where I want it. This is the only problem I'm gonna find when I get out the other boxes. This is why I kind of like want to put these along the bottom. Because they'll force the ground to do whatever they're gonna do. I don't generally build with pre-built boxes. I used to. A long time ago I used to. And I stopped doing it because I made too many errors and had to... Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze. I made too many errors and I would have to like take it apart and shit all the time. God damn it. I don't know what it is about this room and sneezing. It's probably just talking so much. My nose probably gets like moved around with the sensation of speech. Thank you, Mitsu. I wasn't sure initially if that picked up or not. Usually if I'm lucky, I can normally mute my microphone so nobody hears me sneeze. I've only got 2 sneeze settings personally. One is like that kind of like dad sneeze level equivalent, like extreme volume. And the other one is like the, I don't know. It's borderline like an achoo kind of thing. Like it's more like, it's kind of like my squeaks kind of thing. It just, it sounds made up kind of thing. I'll have to jump down and fix up the bottom row before I get too high up here. I think here's a good spot because I can kind of walk back up that at the moment. So I'll do a quick run around. I'm either going to have enough for this or I won't. If I gotta cut down another tree to get this done, fine. This is only a small little box area, so it's not like it's a huge issue. But yeah, because I keep getting like screamers, and like I'm okay with screamers, but the amount of screamers that it's not just one. Like I'm not just getting a screamer and she's bringing a horde. I'm getting 6 screamers and they're bringing hordes. So I'm trying to like extra protect myself from this bullshit. Especially since I'm next to wastelands. Like the biome I'm in shouldn't be higher because I'm still technically on green. But like I'm still gonna get shit walk in from over there. You know? So I just kind of like want to safeguard myself. Plus I like mining, so I like being in my little like cube and ignoring the world and just enjoying what I'm doing, you know? Nice. I mean, streaming doesn't stop me from mining. I'll just say it that way. Like, I'll still mine, but like you won't get me sitting here for like 8 hours mining. Because like, yeah, that's all of like a couple of streams. But I'll still do like a few hours of mining. I could get away with it most of the time. I'll have to check my wood supply in a second before I start going up higher. Mind you, I have a shit ton of wood at home. I hadn't realised what I was going to do with this place because I thought it was already pre-built. Let me just chop down this tree, it's pretty close. I feel like this is worth my time to chop down this one. Somebody was also saying that obviously you can get coal from cutting down the trees and stuff in the wastelands. And yeah, you can. You get coal and you get wood, but you just don't get a lot. Like, it's okay. It's just, like, I feel like you'd have to cut down a lot of trees. And from the aesthetics, like, side of it, like, you can't get burnt trees back. Like, I did this once, too. Like, I don't know where the logic for it came from once. But I was like, oh, man, it'd be so great if you could, like, replant burnt trees. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, put a stopper on that logic for a second. You can't replant something that's, like, burnt from the beginning. It doesn't, that's not how shit works. But, it'd be so great if you could do that. I'm pretty sure people have got, like, really mods and hacks and all sorts of shit for that stuff. I should have plenty enough wood now, I hope, for this. I will shoulder check. Thank you, Mitsu. I was sitting in some particular way. I think I was trying to like sit like a little hunched over because I'm a little bit cold. I went to go get my jumper earlier, but like, yeah, I didn't have a clean jumper. I don't want to turn my heater on yet. My hair's kind of dry though. Got enough wood for this, I'm honestly thinking I have a bit. And the reason why I'm thinking I need a bit more wood than this is because once I'm actually down in the hole, I'm not going to want to use the solid blocks probably to get out or like block my way. A bit more wood. I don't really know if I want it still making more blocks at this point. Let me just put a stop on that. I know there's only like 30 odd left to go, but I just feel like that's 30 odd too many, you know? But let's go back on here. I have a blanket poncho and hot water bottle belt. That sounds awesome. I have a poncho somewhere. I have my winter poncho that's like this, I don't know what kind of material it is, but it produces a lot of static electricity. And I produce a lot of static electricity naturally, so the two of us combined are basically like electrical powers. But yeah, I don't know where that is right now. Because when the seasons change, I tend to put like my winter shit away, but I kept a couple of jumpers out this year. And I wore one over the last couple of days. And just like the weather and everything, because it's been so humid here, like everything's like a little bit soaked. So like everything just feels damp, even if it's clean and dry and shit. So Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, I have got I got like a fuzzy jumper, but I feel like that would be too much to put on, kind of thing. Like, I have like extremes at the moment, and I don't feel like it's that kind of level of warmth that's needed. Like, I just figured if I got too cold, I'll just put my heater on, because I never actually put my heater away this winter. Because we had a really cold summer. We just kept getting like cold snaps and stuff, so I kept using it all summer. It's been really great. I actually nearly got it out last night to put in the lounge room because it was just fucking cold. The cyclone was like really, really freezing cold rain and wind. So like everything was cold and wet. Essentially, that's the best way to put it. And it's just, yeah, a little bit too cold. Like, I don't have super warm stuff. Like, in Australia, where I am, we kind of don't really get, like, super cold. We have, like, a tropical winter. There we go. Alright, now I can start mining. Finally. And I've got my boxes and shit over here, so I can get back out of here, at least for a little bit, until I take away all the walls. Give me that. And I kind of don't want to mine that shit. I want to mine coal. I've done a number down in here. Okay, I didn't realize that I had to get rid of all this shit first. Sorry. I could use it. I could auger out this. I kind of don't want to waste what little fuel I've got. I can just scrape off this top. I'm going to end up being in a pit, by the way. Yeah, my partner was saying yesterday that it was like blanket weather. And I don't disagree with that. But it was kind of like everything damp weather too. So, like, things that are kind of like closed away in a cupboard and stuff, they don't seem to be getting affected by the moisture and the humidity as badly. So that's why I kind of like don't want to take things out unless I'm planning to like use them for a couple of days. But like the jumper I was wearing yesterday, I couldn't put it back on today because it was like damp. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I wore it most of yesterday and I was warm. I felt dry in it. And then I put it aside. And today, even though it was in an air-conditioned room, it still felt damp. I'm like, ugh, I don't wear that. Like, the whole reason why I was trying to get a jumper earlier was because my hair was damp. And therefore, like, some of my clothes was a bit damp too. Because, like, my hair's long enough to sit on, like, my shirt and shit. Actually, when I washed it, I'm like, I should probably find, like, a towel or something to put it up. And then I realized I was going to wear my headset. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I could probably get creative with it. But my god, that would be some level of creativity. Because, like, my headset's just slightly too big for my head. So I already have, like, a little, like, face washer type thing that sits between, like, the top of it and my head to keep it up in the right spot on my ears. Because otherwise it sits down really heavy on my piercings and it hurts. And it makes them all, like, irritated and shit. So I've already got that going. But, like, I could have swapped it out for, like, a little towel or something, but it's fine. These are just small issues. Mine's too big on me. Yeah. My last headset was perfect. My last headset was light and it had really good sound quality and it just fit just right. But, like, this one is just slightly too big on, like, the band. Even on the smaller setting, it's slightly too big. And it's really heavy. And, like, its sound quality is the same. The only problem is that I find that because it fully encapsulates my ears, I don't quite like the fact that it fully encapsulates. Like, my last one did too, but it was like a soft material, so I could hear outside of it if I needed to. This one, I can't hear outside of my headset. So, like, I can't generally hear my own voice. So I know when I started streaming with this headset, the way I started speaking changed a little bit because I can't hear myself speaking. So sometimes I end up being louder than I should be because I can't hear myself. It's really fucking weird. Well, we got a bit of lag there. I might have maybe horde? No, I'm just hearing cicadas in the area. That's fine. Yeah, My only problem is, like, I probably won't replace this headset until it breaks, like with my other one. Because that's generally how I keep my stuff. Is unless I really, really need to for some functional reason. Like, you know, like how phones and stuff like that, they make themselves, like, obsolete with certain apps. Like, the operating system and crap won't work with certain programs. Like, unless it's something like that, if the device continues to just keep being plug and play and works, I'll just keep using it. Even if it's, like, not super great. But my last one lasted for, like, 10 years. And I'm, in some level, hoping that this one doesn't last me 10 years. Like, I'm hoping maybe 5. Somewhere between 5 and 10. So I at least get, like, what I feel like my money's worth is. But, like, at the same time... Okay, there was some extra there. But at the same time, I feel like I can kind of, like, change it out sooner. And next time I go looking for a headset, I'm going to look for, like, its weight category. Because the weight of the headset is probably the biggest thing. Like, I can deal with it not quite fitting. But I care about how heavy the thing is. And I definitely care about how I can hear through it or not. Because I'm trying to work out the fundamentals of that for when I do the karaoke stream later in the year. Because I'm going to have to be able to hear the music and shit myself, but also be able to hear myself so I can actually sing properly. So I've got some logistics to work out later in this year. That's fine. I'll figure this shit out. Maybe. I'm going to be getting a lot of clay from this. I didn't really want clay. I want the coal that's underneath here. But I also know, like, there's some coal back there. I also know that this is going to be, like, a lot of rock and crap too. But the last couple of mines I did, I kind of, like, just went straight for all the ore. And I ended up, like, losing a heap along the walls. Plus, obviously, like, when you follow a vein of it, you get, like, pretty far down somewhere. Like, if you only follow a vein of ore in this game, you can, like, tunnel away, like, pretty far away, and it's great. Like, there's a bit here. Apparently not. Apparently that was not. It's just a dark spot. That's a bit of a shame, because I was kind of hoping to get some coal then. But yeah, all of this, I'm going to get so much XP from mining. Like, as I said, I could do this a lot faster. I could get out the auger, I just don't have much fuel yet. I'm kind of hoping that if I, for lack of a better term, if I fuck around for long enough, my fuel will be ready, kind of thing. But I don't need the clay, I need the coal. And I must have nitrate, because I didn't write that down as something that I needed. Because I write down, like, what I need between games, because I play different games. Well, I play the same games weekly, but I don't play the same games day after day. So I kind of have to remember what I was doing the previous week and stuff. And because of that, I know I need coal. And this has got nitrate in it too. I can see that because literally there's a nitrate node right there. Right, so it's here too. But I don't allegedly need it, I believe. I will mine this little spot properly in a second. I just want to get as much clay around here as I can go on. I just didn't realize this would be like several rows of clay. What is that? I don't know if I can get up there. What is going on out here? Oh, mate. Is it just you? I knew I could hear something and oh, there's another one. Sit down over there, nurse. I find it interesting when you see, like, the nurses and stuff just going for a stroll through, like, the wastelands and stuff, and it's like, were they at, like, a medical encampment? Were they at, like, an outpost? Were they at proper, like, doctors, vets? I like thinking about crap like that. Like, it's completely irrelevant. But, I just like the thought process of, like, where did this particular nurse wander in from? Like, how far has she been wandering? Like the big dudes and like all the random little zombies and stuff like that. Like I don't really see too much of that. They're not as obvious kind of thing. They're just kind of like around. Mechanic ones, like the fleet of mechanics that I had out in the desert, I like to kind of think that like some mechanic got fucked over and just this like group of co-workers is just like roaming the apocalypse ever since. You fucking imagine that. Imagine you're at your job, right? And you just get like, obviously zombie apocalypse, whatever happens. In this case, it's supposed to be airborne, but you can also get it by being attacked, right? So let's say like this whole place has got attacked. So an entire like mechanic shop or whatever's got attacked. And now they're like basically like just stuck roaming the apocalypse and zombies like to herd up and stuff. So of course their first little herd's going to be their co-workers. Imagine that. Like it'd be fine if like, okay, you don't hate your co-workers and you're no longer like self-aware and shit like that. And you're just roaming the apocalypse with like, I don't know, a group of like zombies that you once knew kind of thing. That's fine. But I'm thinking of, there's this movie called Warm Bodies, right? And it's basically like a zombie Romeo Juliet thing. But yeah, the zombies are fully aware, or at least partially aware of like what their past was and who they used to be roughly. And they've got like some kind of muscle memory for like their old jobs and stuff. So some of them kind of like keep doing the repetitive actions that they've always done, and others just kind of like mosey around, try to figure themselves out and stuff. And I just think of it like that. It's like, it'd be cool if you kind of knew, if you could kind of remember, because at least then you could kind of like, I don't know, just keep hanging out with people that you enjoyed hanging out with, even if you're not like fully functional living human and shit. At least it wouldn't be too bad, kind of thing. Whereas, imagine if you hated your coworker. Like, imagine if you had to roam as zombies and stuff, but you had like no agency over yourself, like no actual like sense of free will type thing anymore. So you always had to like roam around with this person that you hated. And even though you're now like a zombie and stuff, obviously zombies don't seem to attack other zombies. Most fictional media plays it off as like, oh, they can't tell that they're even there kind of thing. But it's like, imagine that you could, and you're like, god damn it, this person like never gets killed off by like the zombie hunters. They never get stuck in a trap. Like, like actually like, not so much like wishing ill on a fellow zombie or something like that, but like just wanting this one specific person who was always a dick to you to just cease existing. And they're obviously like one of those lucky ones that like never get picked off or whatever, and always manage to get like the zombie brains and crap. Like, I could see that being like a half okay kind of like crappy movie kind of thing. Like, I actually don't mind kind of crappy movies. The more polished a movie is, kind of the more meh I am about it, to be fair. I kind of like the older era of movies where they were kind of like, you could literally see like, oh shit, you could see like the actor's skin and shit if they were sweating, and you could see like, I don't know, the marks on their face and crap like that. I like that kind of era of movies. And so I could really see like an imperfect kind of zombie apocalypse situation following like this really shitty scenario of being like dead but always having to hang out with that shit coworker. Like, I could see that literally being like some kind of crap like The Office kind of thing, but less like Will. I don't know how to say it, because like I've seen a tiny bit of The Office, not much, but kind of like a simulation of the situation, like being